Hey, this is Sophia again. Today I am sporting my Black Power t-shirt. It's always about that Black Power. No matter what I'm doing, I'm always talking about the power of being a person of color in the United States of America, a woman of color. Of course, I have my puppy out here with me who is running crazy. I got my kids on board. So my son will be editing, and my daughter is helping me with my YouTube page because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm old school. But I wanted to give you all a little insight because we have a name for the YouTube channel. We have a name for the YouTube channel, and it's Don't Call Me Sophie. So I wanted to give you some background information about why it's called. Of course, I'm out here with my dog. Y'all know that, right? Why it's called Don't Call Me Sophie. Well, the reason why is, crazy as it may seem, I was a shy and timid, non-vocal child. I was bullied throughout high school, throughout middle school, and it probably started in elementary school. One thing that is different about me, I would say, is I definitely don't necessarily talk like the traditional black female from the north side of St. Louis. And that was just intentional. It's something my mom did. She's from Arkansas. She really didn't want my sister and I to have an accent. And so I talk what's called, what the ignorants call as proper. I call it standard American English. I can definitely code switch if I need to, but I digress. Back to why my channel is called Don't Call Me Sophie. Well, my name is Sophia, duh, and everyone in my family calls me Sophie, and I never liked that name. I was so annoyed with it. And there is something about, and I thought it was just a white people thing, but I think it's just people now. Black people usually will confuse my name with a Cynthia or a Sylvia. Back in the day, Sophia was not a popular name. I was the only Sophia. I'm sure in my whole yearbook, if you were to go back and look at my yearbook. So anytime you heard my name, people would say, what? But in my white school, they would say, what is your name? Or they would call my name. And the teacher would, instead of saying Sophia Bogard, would say Sophie Bogard. And it was so bothersome to me that teachers and students would just automatically create a nickname for me. Now, of course, with your family, it's a whole different thing because my mom calls me Sophie. So, of course, my aunts and my cousins are going to call me Sophie. That's what we do. I hate that name. I did not like being called Sophie. I loved the name Sophia, even if the only person most people could relate it to was the old white lady on Golden Girls. I was fine with that. I thought she had a little spunk. I didn't have a voice. When I tell you, like, I went to the same school district for years. Elementary, middle, high school. Everybody called me Sophie. I hated it. And I never said, don't call me Sophie. Isn't it a simple thing to do is to tell people, don't call you that? But I couldn't. I wasn't confident. I wasn't empowered enough to say, hey, my name is Sophia. That's what I would like you to call me. And I didn't find the courage to say that until I was well into my 20s. And now still, I got friends out there that will try to call me Sophie. It drives me crazy. And I correct them. I am not offended by the name Sophie. It is just what I prefer not to be called. And I think out of respect, if someone were to say to you, that's not my name, please don't call me that, you would of course change it. And so I see it as a sign of disrespect now when people call me Sophie, and I have told them, hey, my name is Sophia. That's where the name from the website comes from. It comes from just a place of being like, of evolving and finding the courage to say, don't call me that. The behind the story of my YouTube title, Don't Call Me Sophie. My name is Sophia, Mrs. Stevenson if you're nasty.